Hi there, my name is Sarah Davidson, and I will be providing your monthly therapy moment from Solid Foundations Therapy. Today, what I wanted to talk about was how to create some work-life boundaries that can hopefully work to create a better work-life balance. I know that making the transition from work to home can be really difficult, and for some people, there is no transition. So you may know people, or this may impact you, but some people just kind of bring work home with them and they never really get to fully transition into family mode. So what I want to do is go over a couple of tips that can hopefully work to create a better work-life balance. So these tips are kind of broken down into three sections. The first being wind down, the second being set an intention, and the third being modifying your environment. So the first tip, winding down, what this means is just tying up some loose ends before the end of the workday so that you can be more prepared to set a firm boundary. So tying up the loose ends, that may look like tidying up your workspace. It could also look like writing down some tasks for tomorrow to kind of set yourself up and shift into that boundary mode. And lastly, it can look like silencing your work notifications, again, to help create that firm boundary of I'm not going to look at these at home. When I'm home, I'm going to be focused on relaxing, hanging out with my family, doing whatever I need to do. The second tip, setting an intention. So what this means is making a conscious decision to set a firm boundary that increases the chances of follow through. So what this could look like is finding a landmark that you see every day on your way home from work and telling yourself, once I pass this landmark, I'm done with work. So that could mean I'm driving home and I pass a gas station that I see on my route every time, and I say to myself, when I see that gas station, that is my mental cue. I'm done thinking about work. I'm going to focus on relaxing and being at home. This could also look like maybe choosing a container and putting it by your front door. So when you enter your front door, drop your keys in the container, your work bag, all of your work belongings in that area, and saying from this point on, I'm now focused on being at home. It could also look like splashing some water on your face when you get home, kind of rinsing off the worries from work and saying, I'm done with work. I'm now making this new transition. I'm setting this firm boundary. Lastly, the third tip would be modifying your environment. So it's very important to make your personal space look and feel different from your workspace, especially if you work from home. So what this could look like is changing into comfy clothes when you get home. Again, just making that shift, that firm boundary from work to home. Using relaxing lighting, scents, music, just to kind of, again, signify that you are done with work. You get to kind of do whatever you want and relax now. Or lastly, and again, if you work from home, it's important to close off your workspace. So if you have an office, that means, shutting the door and telling yourself, I'm not going to go back into this room until I need to start work again tomorrow. So these are just a couple of work-life balance tools that you can implement, again, to try to create that work-life balance. If you have any interest in more of these tips, whether they're for you individually, as a couple, or as a family, please feel free to reach out to Solid Foundations Therapy. Thank you.